The title no longer fits the man. Behind the gilded gates of Windsor, a decision ripples through the monarchy with quiet force. Less a roar, more a reckoning. Prince Andrew, once proudly known as the Duke of York, is no longer permitted to carry that title in public life. The emblem has not been snatched away with ceremony, but something even colder has happened. It has simply been erased. Before we dive in, there's something I need to share with you. Over the past few days, thousands have watched these stories unfold, but most haven't subscribed. If you're one of them, I invite you now to join us. Subscribe to Crownverse so you never miss the next chapter in this unfolding royal history. A quiet update to the royal family's official website. A clipped line in a public statement. One name, once so heavy with honor, duty, and public identity, now conspicuously missing. Prince Andrew no longer uses the title Duke of York. And while the change may appear bureaucratic on the surface, the symbolism runs deeper than protocol. This is not just about a name. It is about legacy, accountability, and the tightening grip of a modern monarchy under King Charles III. The timing is precise. Andrew's decision to cease use of his HRY style and his ducal title comes just as pressures mount around the crown's image. Headlines swirl, old scandals resurface, and the palace, ever conscious of perception, makes another move, one many see as overdue. For years, Prince Andrew has been a source of unease inside the royal institution. His association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, the civil lawsuit brought by Virginia Giuffre, the out-of-court settlement, the BBC interview that imploded. Each event drove deeper cracks into a once regal facade. And yet, for a time, he held fast to his titles. Even after stepping back from public duties in 2019, Andrew retained the title of Duke of York, an honor bestowed upon him by the late Queen Elizabeth II on his wedding day in 1986. A title steeped in military pride, northern loyalty, and royal distinction. That distinction now lies in tatters. According to insiders, Andrew voluntarily agreed to cease use of his HRY style and his ducal title, but few believe the choice was truly his. The move bears the fingerprints of quiet royal consensus, an ultimatum disguised as suggestion. Buckingham Palace, under King Charles's firm hand, is making clear no scandal can shelter behind tradition. Not anymore. But what does this mean for the monarchy? It signals a transformation, a slow, painful stripping away of anything that might compromise the institution's future. With King Charles at the helm, the royal house is being refitted, smaller, sharper, more responsive to public pressure. A legacy project not just of symbolism, but of survival. In that light, Andrew's erasure becomes strategic. The palace knows the optics. They know the camera angles, the headlines, the court of public opinion. Allowing Andrew to carry royal titles in the aftermath of civil settlement allegations would have been a weight too great for the institution to bear. And so, in silence, the history was rewritten. The webpage changed. The title vanished. A single royal profile edited, and with it, a generational identity retired. But this story is not just about removal. It is also about repositioning. As one figure fades, others emerge. Prince William steps forward, not as a replacement, but as a redefinition. The Prince of Wales now carries the public's trust, and he does so with calculated grace. He appears where tradition needs a face. He speaks where modernity needs a voice. And Princess Anne, too, makes her presence known. Not with headlines, but with schedule. tireless appearances, military precision, the kind of duty that doesn't court attention, but earns it. While Andrew retreats further from view, Anne steps into shadowed gaps, silently reinforcing the family's backbone. This is how monarchies rebuild, quietly, strategically, through subtraction as much as addition. And yet the cost is human. For Prince Andrew, the loss of title is more than ceremonial. It severs one of the final threads tying him to his former life of public regard. Though he retains the rank of prince by birth, his standing within the firm is all but symbolic. No official duties, no military affiliations, no honors. Only residence, and even that, some say, may soon face scrutiny. He remains at Royal Lodge, a sprawling estate within Windsor's Great Park, a house with 30 rooms, a lease that stretches decades, and a mounting price tag. Speculation swirls about whether he will be asked or told to leave. Public patience is thin. Each new chapter, be it a property dispute, a cancelled event, or an awkward appearance, revives questions the monarchy would rather forget. Why was he allowed to stay this long? Who pays for his protection? How long will this continue? The Crown offers no clear answers. Because this is the age of strategic ambiguity, an age where gestures speak louder than statements, where titles vanish without ceremony, where actions are designed to be noticed, yet not explained. It is a strategy that protects the crown, but not always the truth. We do not know what private conversations took place before Andrew stepped back. We do not know the full dynamics between Charles and his brother. We do not know if this is the final step or the first of many. What we do know is this: the monarchy is changing, not through revolution, but through quiet recalibration. And Prince Andrew's disappearing titles are the clearest signal yet. There is no royal decree, no balcony announcement, only the slow erasure of visibility, the drawing of curtains on a chapter the palace hopes will fade into history. And in that erasure lies the true message. The monarchy will not forget, but it will move on. Not because it chooses to, but because it must. As Charles shapes his reign, as William prepares for his, as Anne steadies the institution in silence, the crown evolves. It becomes less about individuals, more about survival. Less about blood, more about public faith. And for Andrew, there is no path back. He may appear in family photographs. He may walk behind a coffin or beside a carriage. But in the machinery of monarchy, he is no longer a part of the engine, only a relic of a past that the firm is desperate to rewrite. In the end, titles matter. Not for vanity, but for legacy. The name Duke of York once carried weight. It signaled duty, heritage, belonging. Now, it echoes like a closed door. And behind that door, a man waits. In silence, in shadow, and perhaps in regret. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden world of the Crown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us here on Crownverse, where royal history lives on.